Here is how to learn to know yourself to start living life on your terms. What if the life you've always dreamed of isn't out there waiting for you, but inside you, just waiting for you to wake up and start living it? Every day spent living according to someone else's expectations is a day you will never get back. We often get so caught up trying to meet everyone else's expectations that we forget to ask, what do I really want? And that leaves us feeling lost, disconnected, and unsure. By the end of this video, you will have the tools you need to discover what makes you you, so you can start living a life that truly feels authentic and meaningful. So let's dive in. Imagine a bird trying to swim or a fish trying to fly. Not only would that feel wrong, but it would be exhausting. So birds fly, fish swim. How about you? You're built for something unique too. What is your version of flying? What's that thing that you're naturally good at? Most of us never stop to figure it out. We just go through the motions, doing things that drain us. But here is the secret. Once you discover your natural strengths, life gets a whole lot easier. You will stop swimming against the current and start flowing with it. Think of your strength like a superpower. Imagine Spider-Man not realizing he could swing between buildings. He would be frustrated, right? That's how most of us are with our strengths. We don't even know we have them. But once you discover your superpowers, life becomes much more exciting and you feel more confident than ever. Let me show you how you can concretely discover what you're naturally good at so you can shine and live a life that is aligned with who you really are. The first step is to think back to childhood. What did you love doing? When you were a kid, you did not overthink. Everything felt natural. Those moments when you were fully engaged hold close to your strength. Were you the one organizing games for your friends? That could point to leadership. Or did you spend hours drawing or telling stories? Maybe creativity is your thing. Close your eyes and remember a time when you felt totally in the zone as a kid. What were you doing? That's likely a glimpse of your natural talents. The next step is to ask people who you know best. We often overlook our own strengths because they feel normal to us. But the people closest to you can clearly see them. Do friends ask you for advice? You might be a natural problem solver or great listener. Are you the go-to person for organizing plans and events? Sounds like you have a good natural leadership or attention to detail. So ask 2 or 3 people you know, what do you think I'm really good at? Write down all the answers and spot the patterns. Finally, notice when time flies by. Your strengths shine when you're completely absorbed in what you're doing. When time just disappears. Do you lose track of time when solving a tricky problem or brainstorming ideas? That's a sign you are in your element. So over the next week, pay attention to when you feel in the zone. What activities make time fly? Those are your strengths showing up. Finding your strengths is like the first step to living a life that feels like you. Once you tap into what comes naturally, everything starts to flow, and life becomes way more fun and fulfilling. Have you ever had that feeling when something just doesn't sit right, even though everything looks fine on the surface? That's your values speaking. When your choices align with what you truly care about, everything clicks. But when they don't, it feels like a storm coming into your life. Think of your values like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is solid, the whole house stands strong, no matter the storm. But if you don't even know what it's built on, everything can feel shaky. Your values are what keep you grounded. So let me show you how you can concretely know your values and stop second guessing yourself. The first step is to identify what really matters. What would you never compromise on? What are your non-negotiables? Is it family, personal growth, creativity, freedom, or making a difference? If everything else in your life stripped away, what would you hold on to? Think about what you need to feel fulfilled. The next step is to imagine your dream day. If money and time were no issue, how would you spend your days? Would you travel, volunteer, teach, or start something new? Picture yourself winning the lottery. What would you do with your time? That's a peek into what truly matters to you. The next step is to think about the causes you are passionate about. What causes light a fire in you? Is it education, mental health, animal welfare? Imagine you had $10,000 to donate. Where would it go? That is a clue to what you truly value. Finally, think about negative moments. Reflect on a time when you felt frustrated or upset. Why did it bother you? Chances are your values were being ignored or challenged. Negative moments often point to values you can't live without. Do you ever catch yourself daydreaming about what you would do if you had all the time and money in the world? Maybe you would travel to dream destinations, start a business, or dive into a passion project you've been putting off. That feeling isn't just fantasy. It's your heart showing what excites you the most. Understanding what excites you, if money were not a worry, helps you discover what truly matters and how to live a life that feels 100% you. Think of your aspirations like the blueprint of a house. Your daily actions, work, chores are the walls and foundations. But without a solid blueprint, the house won't reflect your vision. Once you figure out your aspirations, you can start building a life that truly fits who you are. Let me show you how you can concretely focus on what really matters and experience more joy, satisfaction, and excitement. You can start by identifying your aspirations. The first step is to let go of limits. If money and time were no issue, what would you spend your days doing? Would you travel the world, start a business, focus on a neglected passion? The next step is to align your aspirations with your values and strengths. Your dreams are more achievable when they connect to what you value and what you are naturally good at. Do you want to start a charity because you value helping others? Or travel the world because you crave adventure and growth? When your aspirations match your values, it's easier to stay motivated. And finally, match your strengths to your dream. Think about how your strengths can help you bring aspirations to life. Are you organized? Maybe project management or even planning is your thing. Are you a problem solver? Starting a business could align perfectly with your strengths. When your aspirations and strengths align, you're not chasing a distant dream. You are building on what you're already good at. The journey becomes exciting because it's in alignment with what truly matters to you. So start dreaming big. Your future self will thank you. Think about someone you admire. Maybe a friend, family member, or even a celebrity. What is it about them that you find inspiring? Is it their kindness, their work ethic, or how they make others feel? Those qualities that stand out to you are clues to what you might want to bring more into your own life. By focusing on the traits you admire in others, you can start shaping your own character and become the best version of yourself. Again, imagine you building your dream house. The people you admire are like blueprints showing you the design you want for your own life. By observing their qualities, you can choose the best features to incorporate into your self-portrait. Each quality adds to your vision of who you want to be, helping you build a stronger, more authentic you over time. Let me show you how you can concretely start developing the qualities you admire so you can feel more confident. So the first step is to reflect on people you admire. Think about someone you look up to. What is it about them that inspires you? Is it their leadership, creativity, kindness, or resilience? Maybe it's the way they stay calm during stressful situations. This isn't just about them. It's about what their qualities bring out in you. What traits do you want to develop more in your own life? The next step is to identify the specific qualities that resonate with you. Look for patterns in the people you admire. Are there recurring traits? Maybe it's their optimism, discipline, or empathy. Do they inspire others or stay consistent in their actions? Pinpointing these qualities will give you a roadmap for your personal growth. These are the traits you will want to nurture in yourself. And finally, start cultivating those qualities. Once you know what qualities resonate with you, start developing them in your own life. If you admire a friend's calmness, find ways to stay composed under pressure. The more you work on these qualities, the more you will feel confident and aligned with your true self. Coming up next, I'll share with you a powerful strategy to find your true interests and discover what lights you up. But before we continue, I'd like to share with you a free resource. I created a free self-discovery journal filled with questions to help you reconnect with who you really are. It will help you reflect on your values, your true desires, and help you discover things that might be holding you back. It's a really easy way to get started on your self-discovery journey right now. You can download it for free by clicking in the link in the description below. Do you ever find yourself talking about something for hours without even realizing it? What topics light you up and make time fly? When you tap into your interest, life becomes more focused, energized, and purposeful. Think of your interest like the fuel in a car. The right fuel, something that excites you, helps you go far. But if you're running on empty or using the wrong fuel, things get stuck. Your interests keep you moving forward with energy and excitement, making life more enjoyable. So let me show you how you can concretely tap into your true interests so you can stop wasting time on things that drain you and start focusing on what truly brings you joy. The first step is to reflect on your conversations. What topic do you always bring up in conversations? What makes time fly just because you're so into it? What could you talk about nonstop? What do you always share when meeting new people? If you're excited to talk about it, it's probably something you care about. Trust those natural conversations. The next step is to ask your friends. Sometimes we don't even realize what we talk about all the time until someone points it out. So ask your friends, what do I always bring up? What subject pops up again and again? Friends see you differently. If they point out a topic, it is likely one of your core interests. Finally, check your digital habits. Look at your online activities. What videos or articles do you keep on clicking on? What content do you watch, read, or engage with the most? Your digital habits often give you a sneak peek into your hidden interests. If you keep going back to the same topics or creators, that's a big hint. When you dive into what excites you, life starts to feel more meaningful. You're living with purpose, and you've got the energy to turn your dreams into reality. Imagine waking up every day knowing your choices come from you and not from what others say or from society's expectations. When you develop your own judgment, you stop living on autopilot and you start making decisions that feel authentic and true to who you are. It's like having your own personal compass guiding you with confidence, helping you live life on your terms. Think of it like creating your own playlist. Sure, you can follow someone else's, but isn't it so much better when you make one that speaks to you? Your judgment works the same way. Instead of following someone else's playlist of beliefs and decisions, you create your own based on your experiences, what feels right to you, and what you have learned along the way. Let me show you how you can concretely develop your own judgment. The first step is to look inwards. Think about moments when you have felt sure about the decisions or when your gut told you something was right or wrong. These moments are key to developing your own judgment. What past experiences shaped your views? When have you made choices that truly felt you? Maybe you followed the traditional path, school, college, then a job. But after some time traveling, you realized you value learning by doing, not following a set formula. What works for others doesn't always work for you. Trust your gut and what feels authentic. The next step is to question what you have been told. We all pick up beliefs from families, schools, and communities. But to build your own judgment, you need to ask, are these beliefs truly mine? What beliefs have you just accepted because others told you so? Are those beliefs still relevant for you now? Your parents might have always said that a 9-to-5 job equals success. But after working in a corporate job, you realize that your true happiness comes from the freedom and creativity. Success might look different for you. So question what you have been told and make sure it aligns with who you want to become. Finally, create your own beliefs. Now that you have learned from your own experiences, you can create a belief system that is truly yours. These beliefs should come from what you have experienced and what resonates with your own values. What life lessons have shaped your beliefs? What feels authentic? No matter what others think. Maybe struggling with mental health made you realize emotional well-being is just as important as physical health. And now you prioritize your mental health every day. Your beliefs should feel true to you. When they come from your own experiences, they will guide you with confidence. It's about living a life that feels right to you, not just what others expect. Now here's the thing. Discovering your strengths, values, and passions is great, but it's just the beginning. The real challenge is to stop letting others' expectations run the show and start trusting your own inner voice. Without letting go of those external pressures and expectations, no amount of self-awareness will help you take control of your life. So click on the screen if you're ready to break free from external pressures and start building a life that feels authentically yours.